Hey everybody, and welcome to Home with the Halsteads. Today I'm going to show you how to grill a steak inside the house. Now I know a lot of you like to grill outside, and Doug and I do too, but sometimes it's just too cold, maybe it might be raining, or maybe you just don't feel like firing up that grill, or maybe you ran out of gas and you can't grill. So there is a way to have wonderful grilled steak inside if you'll just think about it and if you'll figure it out. Now, if you don't have a griddle, and that's what I'm going to be cooking my steak on today, you can cook it on top of your stove in a skillet. There's just a way that you can do things. If you don't have the traditional way of doing it, you can figure it out. So I'm starting out today with a ribeye steak, and this is a bone-in steak. Normally I buy boneless ribeyes when they're on sale. You know, meat has gone up so high that I don't buy a lot of steak anymore, but occasionally you'll just want one. And so today I have bought this steak, and Doug and I are going to share it because it's over a pound. In fact, it's almost 1.25 pounds. So let me get started. I'm going to use my griddle today. I'm going to start out, I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to turn it up to 400 degrees and let it start getting warm. And I'll be back in a minute and we'll cook it together. Okay, our griddle is hot, and I have taken our steak over to the sink, and I washed it really well, just ran it under some water, and then I patted it dry with a paper towel. A meat cutter told me one time that you wash all of your meat except, of course, your hamburger meat. You can't wash it, but you always rinse your meat off. And he told me that, and so I've always done it, and I think that's a real good practice. So I've salted the steak. Now you could put, a lot of people like Dale sauce and other seasonings on it. You could put pepper, but Doug doesn't care for, or doesn't do well with a lot of pepper. So I've just put salt on mine. So now I've heated our griddle to 400 degrees, and I'm just going to put some butter on here. Whoops, that jumped off the griddle. I'm just going to put some butter on the griddle. You can tell it's really hot because the butter is kind of scorching on the sides. So next, I'm just going to lay the steak on the buttered part of the griddle. And I'm going to let it sit here and sear and cook on one side until it gets brown. In the meantime, I have cooked some baked potatoes in the oven, and I'll tell you what I did to them. I just washed them really good, scrubbed them with a brush, and then I took some olive oil that is good for frying or baking, and I just rubbed those potatoes in olive oil. And then I covered them with the kosher salt, wrapped them in aluminum foil, and put them in the oven on 400 degrees. And it takes about 2 hours to cook a good baked potato. So we're going to have that. We're going to have maybe a salad. Maybe while this is cooking, I'll fix us a little green salad. So we'll have steak, we'll have baked potato with the trimmings, maybe some sour cream, some butter, some cheese, maybe some little green onions on top of it, and a little salad, and then this wonderful steak that we're going to have here. So I'm just going to let it cook, and I'll be back in a minute when it's time to flip it. Okay, our steak has been cooking for about 5 minutes on one side. Now I'm going to flip it and cook it on the other side. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? You can cook it as long as you want to. Some people like theirs rare, some people like it medium rare, some like it medium plus, some people like it medium, and some people like it well done. We like ours medium to medium well. So I'm going to cook this on this side for about 5 minutes, and when it gets done, I'll come back and I'll show you how it looks. I also am going to put our steak in this little baking dish, and the reason that I'm going to put it in this baking dish is so that the juices, as they run out, we can save them and contain them within a dish like this that has sides on it rather than just something flat. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, friends, I wanted to show you that I have cleaned our griddle, and it didn't take 2 minutes to do it. So just make sure that you let it cool just a little bit so you don't get burned. Again, I took a paper towel, I wiped it down, and then I wet a paper towel, and I didn't even use any detergent on it this time. I just wiped it down with a paper towel, and there you have it, a clean griddle that's ready to go if we want to cook some bacon and eggs or pancakes or sausage. And I'll just put it back in its little box and put it back in my pantry because that's where I keep it. So I'll see you again in just a minute. Okay, friends, our steak is done and I'm ready to eat. And I did put it in this dish like I told you I would, and see the juices. I don't know if you could see that or not, but the juices are coming out, so that'll be good to put on the steak and keep it moist. I hope that you'll try a steak inside if you are unable to get outside and grill, or just don't want to go outside and grill, and that you'll enjoy one too. Have a blessed evening, and I will see you again really, really soon.